Okay, this might not be a very long video, but just a little update on what's been going on. I will be going to Canada in June. Around the first 2 weeks of June, I'll be in Canada. I'll be spending some time in Calgary, and a lot of the time in Kipling visiting my mom, and then in Calgary visiting my sisters and my sister's family. If they go to Calgary, none of them live in Calgary, but I will be seeing Darlan, and that's another sister, so we've got a lot of sisters covered. Hopefully I'll even get to see my brother. So got to figure that stuff out. But one point of this video is to talk about what I got, what I will get, and what I'm also getting. So the first thing, what I got was a bunch of these plastic folders. These are put out by Kirin, and I tend to fly my flag pretty high. There's no mystery that I like anime, and there's no mystery this past year that, you know, I really liked Bocchi the Rock, which was an anime in the winter season, or I guess the fall season, depending how you want to calendarize it, of 2022. So one of my friends got these. These are put out by Kirin in collaboration with the animation company. So I've got Hitori Goto. I've got Ikuyo Kita. She's the guitarist and lead singer. Hitori is the protagonist of the anime, and she's the lead guitarist. And Ryo Yamada, she's the bass player. And then Nijika Ichiji, and she's the drummer and also the leader of the band. And these two basically put the band together. They've been friends for a long time. And yeah, so she saw these and she said, this is what Jason was talking about. So she got them for me. She got me Hitori first, and then the next time I saw her, she got me the whole set. So I got the whole set. Yay. So that's one thing I got. Now another thing I got is this. And this says COVID-19 Vaccination Voucher 5th shot. So Vaccination Voucher 5th shot. There's a braille on it, which I don't need. I haven't booked my shot yet, but I'll probably get it this coming weekend. Today is what? The Saturday is the 20th. Today is the 22nd, May 22nd. So the 27th is a Saturday. So the 28th or the 29th, I'll get my shot, and then I'll have a record of all of my shots on this, because they send a little form that says all of the shots you previously had, and then when you get your new shot, they put like a sticker on it. Like this. So boom, I won't show you any more than that, but that basically proves that I got all my shots. And I'll take this with me to the airport when I go to Canada, if in case anyone wants to see if I've been vaccinated or not. I don't think Canada checks anymore. I don't think Japan checks anymore for international flights between Canada and Japan, because they're both considered safe countries COVID-wise. So that's something I got, and that's something I will get, because I got the voucher and I will get the shot. I just have to get online and book it, which I should have done this past week, but I was being really lazy. So that's one thing I'll get done. So I've got a full weekend before my trip, and then I've got a Sunday, and I fly out on a Monday. So I've been very unproductive the last 2 weekends. I should have been doing cleaning and organizing to get my apartment ship shape before I fly, so I come back to a nice clean environment, but too lazy. Like last week, and it was rainy both days, and I just stayed home. This weekend it wasn't rainy either day, and I went out, took some walks, but when I was at home I just chilled. So my brain is already in holiday mode. But I got some things done this evening. And there's one more thing I'm going to get. I don't have any portable electronics except for this camera. Somewhere in my closet I've got old cassette Walkman, and that's a Walkman with an E, I don't want to say Walkmans. I've got a CD Walkman. I've got some MD players. But the only really portable, high-end electronic device that I can take around with me is this very camera that I'm using to make this video. And I don't want a smartphone, although I want some features that smartphones have. And one reason is because when I'm out and I'm doing things, I don't want people to impose on that. And I know from experience that when you get a line message or a text or someone suddenly calls you and you've got a smartphone, you've got a phone in your pocket, whether it's a cell phone from before or a smartphone from now, people just expect you to answer. Why don't you answer? It's in your pocket. So then you answer. And I've been with people and they'll suddenly disappear from our conversation for a few minutes while they deal with something that just came up on their phone. I don't like that feeling. Not that anyone would call me or text me. I'm not, I don't want to be narcissistic. I'm not super popular in that way. But part of that is because I don't have a cell phone or a smartphone. So people have just not even put me on any kind of list of somebody that they should just contact at a moment's notice. But I've decided to purchase a tablet. Now, I've promised myself for a long time, like way back when Apple first launched their first iPod, I thought that'd be a cool thing to get. And then they went with the iPod Touch and had that scrolling screen. And then they introduced the iPhone and the iPad. And I've slowly become very disillusioned by Apple's whole business model. Software things that throttle the performance on older devices, the lack of repairability. I just don't really want to support that business model. However, I've decided to get an Android tablet, and I went with the most recent one by Samsung, the Samsung S8. Now I looked at a lot because I've never looked into tablets before. The last model was the S7. There's the S7, the S7 Plus, the S7 FE, which is fan edition. So the 7 is 11-inch. The Plus is 12.4 inches. The FE is also big, like a 12.4 inch, but it's got cheaper components, so it's about 60% or so of the price. And then looking at the S8, which is the more recent model, there's the S8, the S8 Plus, the S8 Ultra, and again the base S8 is 11 inches, the Plus is 12.4, the Ultra is Ultra. So there's no fan edition yet. So that is the most recent model, and I debated back and forth about getting something on the cheaper end or getting something that was high spec but last gen, but I just decided to go with the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 because an 11-inch screen is more than enough for me for what I'm going to be using it for. I don't need anything like a 12.4, but I did get a fairly robust case that includes a Bluetooth backlit keyboard. So basically this will function similarly to a laptop. Now I don't know much about Android, but what I want to do is get on the internet. This thing uses Wi-Fi. I'm on the internet. I don't need any telephone service. I don't need 4G or 5G, but the S8 is capable of 5G. If I do get a SIM card, maybe I can get one in Japan and I can use it when I'm roaming very freely, but there are enough places with Wi-Fi that I can probably get online. But it's mainly at home, so I've got something portable I can play around with to view content and enjoy entertaining myself, also using it as a book reader, and downloading photos and videos and things into its memory, and then being able to transport that and show that content to people elsewhere. So I'm going to use it like a tablet, you know, not really for generating things, although I do have a keyboard that will be with it. But I'm kind of excited now. I've got this portable thing I can take around, and I'll probably leave it at home most of the time, you know, because I'm just not used to carrying something around with me. But if I do go somewhere, it does have a really good camera on it and a good front-facing camera. I can use this tablet for my video chats, you know, using Facebook's chat feature, or maybe Instagram or Zoom or Skype, whatever I want. It's supposed to have a pretty, you know, a pretty high quality mic, really good speakers, you know, front-facing speakers, for like, you know, 4 speakers for really good division of sound and stereo simulation when you're in front of it. It's got a nice screen. I think the camera scales up to 4K when you're doing video. The screen is probably 2K or better. So I've got a portable device that should be waiting for me in Calgary a week before I land. Leanna had told me that Calgary has an Amazon warehouse, so whatever you buy in Calgary could actually be there the next day. I tried getting it shipped to Kipling, but there's a problem with lithium batteries and Amazon delivering to post office boxes, although my mom said there are courier services available and they can bring it to her house, but I don't know how that would work if she's not home, or where they would leave it, or how that would work. I'm sure there aren't porch pirates in Kipling, but that's something I can check out later. I'll talk to Tracy when I'm in Kipling and see what her experiences are with that courier service. But anyway, that's what I got. That's what I also got. That's what I'm going to get, and that's what I will get. So those are the get and got things that are happening in my life right now. And I think I will end this video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.